Morning guys, let's have a look at the CrossFit session today. So we're gonna start with a 16 minutes EMOM for the strength portion, and let's have a look at the movement. So we're gonna need a plate, a weight of some kind, either a bag here, and the first minute will be 45 seconds max reps, floor press. So wanna make sure that from here we can keep our head 45 degrees as if we're about to bench, and so just kind of tap the floor with your knees, touch your chest with the weight. From here, just press up. Okay, that's gonna be the first movement, 45 seconds for max reps. For the next movement, we are gonna hold the push-up position. So from here, we want to pretend to be as close as possible. So ideally you are touching with your chest, but you're not relying on the floor to kind of release the weight. So that gets pretty hard. That would be kind of the hardest version. Okay. And other option is just kind of using your knees on the floor. In this way, you can release some of the weight. Or you can just kind of accumulate throughout the minute, maybe with 5 seconds hold, or just kind of going a little farther from the floor. In this way, there's a little less tension. But the closer you get to the floor, basically the more you work on the range of motion and on the hardest part. Next bit, got plot from the laptop. We're gonna go 10 reps. We're gonna put the towel throughout either the plate or the weight that you have. Before we start, always with the shoulders, we want to go up and back, and try to keep always your elbows as close as possible to your body. So you kind of isolate as much as you can, just kind of working on the bicep. So here the movement is low in control. You want to squeeze on the top. If you can, with your pinky finger almost kind of pointing it at each other, so you get a little extra squeeze on the top, and then slow and control on the way back. Okay, so that's kind of the biggest range of motion possible. And then, last bit, you're gonna use the chair, so you can use either one chair, 2 or 3 chairs, and just if you put your feet on another chair, you make it a little harder because you should put more weight on your shoulders. Kind of the middle version would be with the legs straight, and from here going all the way down. If you bend your knees, it's slightly easier. Here, always concentrate on the biggest range of motion possible. Otherwise, you can actually put your feet on another chair and you make it a little harder. And in this case, we're gonna have 30 seconds max reps. We're gonna have 4 rounds, so my advice would be especially in the last 2 sets, maybe work for 10 seconds, get a little break, shake your arms, and then go again. So sometimes fast sets with fast rest is kind of the best way to accumulate kind of as many reps as possible. So even if you get tired, because it's not kind of triceps here, you can still kind of keep moving throughout the whole workout. And then the second part will be an EMOM, in which we're gonna add 4 squat jump every second minute, sorry. So it's gonna be 4, 8, 12, 16, and so on and so forth. And all the times here, we want to make sure that we go all the way down and we jump, so we open the hips on the top. So what's gonna happen? The first few minutes will be very easy, and we're gonna have a lot of rest, and coming the end of the session, it's gonna be pretty hard. What I would do, if we can't maintain the number of reps, I would just kind of scale to normal air squat, which will be slightly easier. So just kind of keeping the feet always in contact with the floor. And the other minute, the aim will be going for either doubles, jumping an object, or single skips. Here, we want a set that will allow us to work for roughly 40 seconds. So the first 3 to 4 should be like, even a little shorter. So I think the first 4 sets with the doubles should be roughly 30 seconds, because getting tired, especially because we're working a lot on the lower body in the second part, both your feet, your calves will be like pretty fatigued, so like the chances of tripping will be a little higher, so you should kind of consider that in the time needed. So like I'll go for a set that's gonna need like, roughly 30-35 seconds when you're fresh, so it's gonna be like up to 40-45 in the last few sets. And it's gonna be like back and forth between the squats and skipping for like 20 minutes. Alright guys. Enjoy the session, guys. Thanks for fitness, thanks for the Meister, and I'll see you either in the next Zoom classes, or like if you get the chance, you saw our email, like we started our classes, that you can find all the details in our previous emails. See you soon, guys.